Hey there everybody! If you remember my last video, my webcam test video, which was a very bad idea to upload on YouTube, I said I was doing top 10 Pikmin bosses. So yeah, I think you can guess what this is about. Alright, so let's jump right into this. Let's get ready to go. I have a list here about some topics, what they are. First thing, I haven't actually put like any effort into. I say effort into. Anyway, first up, we have the Quaggle Myroclops. First of all, I have here, what a name, yeah. Okay, so yeah, what a name indeed. Quaggle Myroclops, what a name indeed. And this is really cool. You're basically fighting like a giant, giant Pikmin standards, a giant chunk of Earth. Where else can you fight a giant chunk of Earth? Well, okay, probably a lot of other games have actually done that idea, but they weren't Pikmin bosses, not other game bosses. So yeah, suck it. At number 9, we have the Water Wraith. What? Water Wraith? Seriously, Colby? You're putting that on here? Water Wraith? Okay. I'll admit, the Water Wraith is a big, fat, stupid jerk. Just raining down from the sky, murdering all your Pikmin upright. Quite rude. But, okay. Of course, he's a special boss. It's quite unique. You find him in the Submerged Castle, a dungeon in Pikmin 2 that can only be accessed by blue Pikmin, but still has all the hazards in the game. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Oh, okay, actually, the hazards aren't, I guess, really a big deal. I feel like they're not a big deal, because there are also bowmen in the game, and the only hazard that's really a one-hit kill is electricity. I mean, the other ones, you just whistle on your Pikmin and they're fine, and water is also, like, they're blue Pikmin, so they're fine with that. So yeah, it's not that, the hazards I feel are not that big a deal. Not that much of a problem. The Water Wraith, however, is a very big problem. If you're going, sorry, I got text messages. I didn't plan this out very well. Scared the crap out of me. Anyway, the Water Wraith is a very big deal, unlike the hazards. The Water Wraith just kills the Pikmin. It's so rude. So rude. Anyway, now the thing is, the first floor is okay. He doesn't appear there, but second, fourth floor, you better get prepared. Now, if you're gonna just rush through the floor to get the treasure at the final treasure at the bottom of the floor, then the Water Wraith is not that big a deal. However, if you are a completionist and you're trying to get all the treasures in Submerged Castle, I pray for you. I don't know if I should say that because I'm Christian, or like controversy? I don't think that's the right word. Anyway. Why the Water Wraith is on here is because what happens at the final floor. You have purple Pikmin, and the Water Wraith hates, get this, the noise they make when they land on the ground with a thud. It freaks him out, and he goes like, don't hit me, and he solidifies so you can hit him. So, after you drain his health, it gets even better. He loses his giant rolling things, which he has rolling things, by the way. That's what he uses to smush Pikmin. But he loses them, and then he just starts running around like a nut. I love this! It's like, I'm getting revenge on the blues you murdered. I love it so much. That's awesome. That is why the Water Wraith is on here. But he does lose points, of course, for being the earlier mentioned big, fat, stupid jerk. But the final floor is where it's at. Next up, Empress Bulblax, the lovely wife of Emperor Bulblax, on spot numero 8. Numero 8? 8. Not a word. My text messages really need to shut up! Mom, I'm trying to do a video here. Okay, enough about my personal life. The Empress Bulblax, lovely wife of Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of the first Pikmin game. The Emperor Bulblax, not the Empress. Empress is just like, yeah. Basically, your first time you find her is, she appears 3 times in the game actually. But you first find her in Hall of Beasts, in 3 different dungeons. Hall of Beasts, Frontier Cavern, and of course the Hall of Heroes, because that's where all the bosses hang out. I am so sorry. Anyway, Empress Bullblacks. Basically, her main attack, she'll roll around side to side once you hit her enough times. However, the first time you find her, that's all she does. But the other times, oh jeez. Okay, I'm pretty sure Pikmin 2 was an E-rated game, or at least I'm going to be 10 and up. The second time you fight her, she has an attack where she gives birth. I kid you not. She gives birth. Nintendo. Those crazy Japanese. I don't want to play with this thing. It's a sharpener. It has nothing to do with that. Bullblacks. She'll give birth to these little bullboard babies, these bullblacks babies, I guess. But no. Okay, you know what? Moving on. At number 7, we have the man at legs. Now, this actually kind of goes with something I didn't say about the Quagglemire-Clops? I don't know. The Quagglemire-Clops. So I did something to say. I like its design, but it just didn't really like fighting it. That was why it's at number 10, and that's why the man at legs is at number 7. The thing is, man at legs is cooler. Okay. Robot bosses in video games are awesome. And I like spider bosses in video games too. For some reason. Robot Spider. I guess Nintendo isn't entirely crazy. And, no. It doesn't just stop there. The awesomeness does not just stop there. Machine gun. Out of its torso, it will produce a machine gun. No, not just any machine gun. No. That was not good enough. It's a machine gun that shoots pure balls of destructive energy! Yes! Of course, it loses points, because I just didn't really find the boss fight all that fun. I don't know. It was also kind of hard, because you have to hide from its machine guns of pure energy! Because as cool as machine guns are, they are quite deadly. And the other person has them, you're in for a problem. Anyway, moving on, we have number 6. You guys are really going to disagree with me here, because this is like, most of you probably think this is the worst boss of Pikmin. But, giant bedbug. I know, it's basically like just fighting a bigger bedbug. But the bedbugs are a very unique and different idea. And I like unique and different. Because that's pretty much me. Basically, it's just a tougher bread bug. I know, but it's fun. It's different. It's nice. You don't even have the boss music. You kind of have fun music. I like fun. So I like fun, unique, and different. Now you know. The more you know. Moving right along at number 5. I gotta stop looking down at my list. I need to look at you guys. Not the list. I need to look at you guys. At number 5, I'm looking at it. Raining Moisture. Good grief. Now, the bedbug had a lot of strategy. Had a bit of strategy to it. The Raining Moisture has a little bit more strategy to it. You can't just go in and attack this thing. No. The only weak spot is this little bulb on its tail. And actually, that's not anything to talk about. The design. It's basically like a big blob. It moves like a cow. It has multiple tentacles it tries to eat your Pikmin with. And it has a turnip for a tail. Okay. Japanese! Oh, sorry. My allergies. Now, I'm still looking at the list. Ranging Boister. Basically, I blanked out. Basically, you have to have one captain. It lets the shiny stuff that the captains have on top of their heads, little bulbs or whatever. So basically, you have one captain stand in a place where it can't get it, and it looks at it. Switch to the other captain, get near it, but you want to hold on to the captain you're switched to, so you have to switch quickly. So get right beside it, and then switch to the captain that is protected, and then switch back, and then throw the Pikmin at the tail. You have to make it so you can get to the tail, though, of course. So yeah, again, it's different, it's unique. You need a lot of strategy. It's not just one of those bosses you can just take and throw your Pikmin at it and then die. I mean, a lot of Pikmin bosses aren't like that, but I think this is the one that is the most not like that. I'm not even gonna make it look at the list. I have to look at the list, okay? I can't look at you guys 24/7 or however long this video is gonna be. Where were we? Number 4, moving away from the Pikmin 2 bosses. Actually, next entry after this one is a Pikmin 2 boss. Look, that's where most of the bosses are, okay? But number 4, the first boss of Pikmin 3, the Armored Maudad. Armored Maudad, you have to use your rock Pikmin to break its shell. It has a crystal shell, so you need rock Pikmin to break it. Which, lucky you get right before the boss fight, so yeah. Then you must, well, you don't have to use red Pikmin, you can still use rocks. But I think you should be better to use red Pikmin. It's probably more effective. You have to use your red Pikmin to hit its mushy interior. Underneath the crystal shell, mushy interior. Ugh, gross. That sounds like I'm talking about its guts. Oh, ew. But anyway, you must use the red Pikmin to defeat its interior. It's just, the Pikmin 3 bosses, they're really fun, except for I guess the Quagmire Clops and the Plasma Wraith. They're just fun and easy for me. I like that. Yeah. I'm ranking out again. So yeah, that's the Armored Maudad, people. It's actually, this is one of the more simpler ones. I just thought I had more content for this. Okay, next up. This is going to be our final boss entry on the list. Yes, there are final bosses. Titan Dweevil. The final boss of, you guessed it, Pikmin 2. Like I said, most of the bosses are there. It's a hangout, like all the heroes. Basically, Titan Dweevil, there are 4 other types of Dweevils in the game. These are just regular enemies, and they all represent to one of the elements that certain Pikmin are immune to. Poison, electricity, water, and fire. So Titan Dweevil is basically a combination of all that. Except, it doesn't use, like, the regular Dweevils just burst into flames like it's a given trait. This one uses weapons. Kind of like the man at legs. It uses weapons. It has an electric weapon, a poison weapon, a water weapon, a fire weapon, I burped. I wept in a weapon, I don't know. Basically, you have to attack each one of its weapons until they fall off, and then the main body is exposed, and the main body is actually really easy. You just have to hit Pikmin on it. You can't even kill Pikmin anymore, just swats them off. However, there's a theory going around. Louis might have been controlling Titan Dweevil. I can't talk. Titan Dweevil. Because that's actually what, there's like a description. I think the sales pitch for the ship says that Louis controlled Titan Dweevil, so yeah. There's some controversy, I guess, about that. I don't think that's the right word, but who cares? So yeah. Who knows? Maybe I control the Titan Dweevil. Yeah, I'm crazy. You got a problem with that? Anyway. So yeah, Titan Dweevil, people. Pretty good boss fight. Pretty good final boss. Next up, we have... I don't really know why I like it so much. It's kind of fun. Like I said earlier, I like spider bosses. Big long legs. It's just fun. In Pikmin 2, it's really fun and easy. Pikmin 1 is actually kind of hard. But it's just fun. I like spider bosses. I think spiders might be one of my favorite type of bosses. Maybe robots might overpass it, but I don't know why. I just kind of like it, and I'm shaking back and forth. I'm shaking back and forth. It's like a really long legs. Not that it does that. But yeah, it's just one of those, I can't really explain why I like bosses reasons. There's quite a few of those, I guess. So yeah, be long legs. Spider time. Not to mention in Pikmin 2, he also gives you the challenge mode key. Or I guess it's just the key as Ship says it. But yeah, it unlocks challenge mode, so that's pretty good. Pretty fun. Next, okay. So yeah, BD long legs. I know it's not really much for a number 2 spot, but yeah. And now, number 1. First, let's recap. Number 10, big fat chunk of land. What? Number 9. Oh, that jerk. Number 8, stop giving birth. Number 7, I am Robot Spider, hear my machine gun. Number 6, Giga Red Bug. Number 5, ooh, there's a shiny thing. I'm a raging glacier. Number 4, Armored Modad. Number 3, all Dweevils combined, the ultimate Dweevil! Number 2, I don't know, I like spiders. And now, finally, number 1. This boss is the only boss that actually flies. Okay, the water wraith, or the plasma wraith, floats. But that doesn't count. He is found in Pikmin 3. Screw stalling. It is a Scornet Mastro. Now, again, this is a very, very unique boss. It's the only really the only boss that actually flies. And so yeah, and obviously you're gonna need some winged Pikmin for this. He also, I think he might also be the, I guess Emperor's Wolfblocks that are little babies. Ugh. He might be the only one that has this, like a whole bunch of minions, little regular Scornets to control. He controls it with a harp in his mouth. I don't know, he has harp strings in his mouth for some reason, I'm not really sure. Hey, like I said, Japan, they have a different culture, okay? So yeah, Scornet Mastro, he flies, minions. Basically, he'll issue a minion attack, and then once the attack is executed, you have to get out of the way and make sure try to make sure none of your Pikmin get swooped up by the Scornets. Then you send your wing Pikmin on him until he falls to the ground, and then you use the rest of your Pikmin. If the Scornets that attack did get some of your Pikmin, they will come back later after you hurt the Scornet Mastro, and you can just throw your rocks on them to make them release Pikmin. Well, okay, not rocks, but really any type of Pikmin. Make your choice. Your choice. Because I'm nice like that. You're welcome. Alright, so yeah. I guess that's it, not much more to say. Scornet Mastro is the best Pikmin bosses, but the other ones were pretty dang good too. Well, except the ones I just like for design, I guess. Well, design's good. So yeah. Thanks for watching my first, I guess, real video. It wasn't even that good. I didn't even script it or anything, which is probably a bad idea, but hey. Whatever. I don't have time to script it. I'm a very busy man. I dropped my pencil sharpener. I know, right? Craziness. Anyway, that's all the time for today. I hope you liked this video. Tune in next time. I don't really know what I'll do. Maybe more Pikmin content. Maybe Mario.